Hello everyone, this is Romario with a new Legacy video. For this video, I am going to be playing a version of Painter that kind of looks like 8-cast. But before we get started, I kindly ask you to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your opinion on this deck. I'm pretty excited to play this list. You guys been following my channel for the last few weeks. I'm pretty into casting artifacts lately. This one does not have some of the favorites I've been playing, the One Ring and Tezzeret. But it is an artifact deck, and it's got some Mox Opals and Grindstones and Urza Saga. This list is actually from the Echo Eternal weekend legacy. There was an event that was organized by Eco Baron, Andreas Peterson. It was on Magic Online. They had some sweet prize support. I suggest you guys, if you like Legacy, if you like Vintage, give him a follow on, I think he's on Blue Sky, but I'm not sure if he posts a lot often on Blue Sky. For sure he's on Twitter. So give him a follow. And so, yeah, I was looking at the results with the event. Actually, it was I was inspired because the co-host of the podcast, Legacy Small Talk, that we record weekly, Mike and Jared, both of them played in the event. Mike actually finished in the top 8, and Jared finished in, I believe, 23rd with Goblins, and Mike was on Blue Black Reanimator. So I was looking at the results, and so Mystic Forge ended up winning the whole thing, but I think I've already created enough content of Mystic Forge for now. So I was like, I want to try something different, and Painter is also like a really sweet deck that I enjoy playing. And so I saw that in 3rd place, Justin Janari finished playing this list. Justin, that goes by, I'm actually level 1 on Twitch. Usually probably catch him playing Vintage. So I saw that he finished in 3rd place with his deck. And it is, again, kind of like what I said, it's a blue Painter. So it kind of resembles 8-cast, I guess. It's got some elements of 8-cast. We've got the Thoughtcast in the deck, and then we've got Stock Ops. Also Emry. Those are cards that I usually associate with the 8-cast, but then we also have in here the 2 Grindstones and the Painter Servant, and that's kind of I feel like that's a stock number of Grindstones nowadays. If you're playing a deck that has Karn the Great Creator, you might have another copy of Grindstone in the sideboard, but most of them, even the mono red ones or the red white or red black painters, they usually is 4 Painter Servants and then 2 Grindstones. For the lands, we've got 4 copies of Ancient Tomb, and then 1 basic island, Otawara, 4 Seat of the Synod, and those, of course, because we do have a lot of synergies with artifacts, right? 4 copies of Underground Sea. Those really, they help. You can cycle Nihil Spellbomb. You can, maybe if you don't want to take 4 points of damage, casting Dismember, you can use some of the black mana from the Underground Sea, and also you can use to cast the Barrowgoyf in the sideboard. And then excuse me, the rest of the deck, we've got the Urza Saga that, of course, make constructs, and you can also find the Grindstone or some of the Silver Bullets Aether Spellbombs that we have. There's some more in the sideboard. We've got the 2 Tormod Crypt and Nihil Spellbomb. Oh, I'm sorry, Pithing Needle and Tormod Crypt. And in the main deck, we have Nihil Spellbomb, Lavaspur, Aether Spellbomb, and then I guess if you really want to, you can also just get things like Lotus Petal or the Baubles or Mox Opal. But most of the times you're using Urza Saga to find Grindstone, right? That's why we have 2 copies, and you can find them with Saga, right? And then, like I said, there's 2 copies of Nihil Spellbomb. Obvious reasons, the format has a lot of decks that are interacting with the graveyard, so having main deck graveyard hate is not crazy right now at the moment. And then there are 4 copies of Tamiyo, so this is different for me because I think the last few times I played a blue Painter deck, I don't remember playing with Tamiyo. So, but Tamiyo is a great card. This deck can easily draw 3 cards in the same turn. So, and this card just it does everything, right? It protects you, protects itself, and you can rebuy spells from the graveyard. So great addition. Also, you can also make the fact that you make artifact tokens with the clues. Again, it goes well with the rest of the synergy of the deck, right? With cards like Metallic Rebuke or making the Saga constructs bigger. So there's more to Tamiyo than just being it's just a really good card in this deck. That's all I'm gonna say. Then there are 3 copies of Emry. That one is a little surprising to me, but I guess it makes sense. It is a legendary creature. Like, I think usually I've seen just being like 4 copies of this card. But I guess it makes sense being, yeah, that's a legendary creature. You don't want to like draw too many of them. But again, this card obviously it works well with pretty much everything else in the deck. Like, no, just rebuying any of your artifacts that draw cards. You can just sometimes just create these engines that redraw every turn and pretty good against opposing counter magic, right? Because if one of your combo pieces gets countered, you can always try to recast them from the graveyard. And then we got Metallic Rebuke. I mean, that's a counter magic that works really well with artifact decks. Stock Up is probably one of the best trips that you can play in this type of deck. No, we don't have fetch lands, so Ponders and Brainstorms are worse. And then we got a Thoughtcast that, again, just overall synergy with the rest of the deck. And there's like 4 copies of Force of Will. That's just like, no, it's Force of Will. And then in the sideboard, we got more Graveyard Hate with Tormod's Crypt. There's Pithing Needle. That's a card you can find with Saga. Hydroblast, I'm mostly assuming this is for mono red, like prison style of decks. But it's probably good, again, also against the blue-red Quarry Steel Cutter. I don't know if I can call it Delver. I would call it Tempo. Quarry Steel Cutter. And there's 4 copies of Force of Negation. There's still a lot of combo out there, so like having ways to deal with turn 1 decks, of course, it's great. And I think I'll probably also like have that in mind for like decks like Mystic Forge and Mono Red, right? And then there's 4 copies of Barrowgoyf. And Barrowgoyf is just a really good card against any of the tempo decks or anything that's playing red, that's playing Lightning Bolts. And it's also very, very good against mono red prison too. One of the plans, like when I was playing Tempo Doomsday, was to Dark Ritual the Barrowgoyf on turn 1 to try to beat Blood Moons and Chalice of the Voids, because usually Barrowgoyf is just like a very large creature for them to deal with, and the lifelink and the fact that you can just keep finding stuff with it. Yeah, just a really good card against the more fairish part of the format. And then there's 2 copies of Dismember. Dismember is just like it's a creature removal that catches all, and it's a 1 mana, basically kills whatever in the format right now, right? Just except for maybe a reanimated big creature like a Traxa or a big Murktide, but anything else that really matters, I think Dismember can deal with. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to try this deck, and it's Painter, but it's got Force of Will. I think most times when you can play a combo deck that also gets to play Force of Will, it's an improvement. That was one of the reasons I really like to play Doomsday, and Show and Tell was also like another deck that falls into the category. Something that I couldn't do with decks like Storm. So yeah, pretty excited to try this deck. And again, if you like Legacy, if you like Pre-Modern, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. And as always, please, I would love to hear your opinion on this deck. I've been getting some really good feedback on the list I've been playing, and I love it. I love seeing the comments and the replies, and see that you guys like to see the videos. All right, and with that, let's get started with round 1. All right, so we're here for round 1. I will be on the draw. Oh, this end looks really good. So what I want to do here, let's see. I think we're just planning on casting Emry on turn 1. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me to see a Tamiyo on turn 1. Ocelot Pride. I think Ocelot Pride is fine. I mean, it gets out of hand real fast, but I think I need to use Force of Will to protect Emry. Oh, we got Metallic Rebuke too. Okay, so this and Bauble. And we can cast Emry for the low price of 1 blue. So this thing, it's 1 blue and then 2 artifacts, right? So unfortunately I can't cast this thing this turn. I think I'm gonna bauble them. I mean I can, but I can't equip the same turn, so I think it's best if I just look at what they're drawing. And hopefully draw another blue card. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tap the Bauble to help with the Metallic Rebuke. Okay, so they're going to perhaps cast the Ajani. Hmm. Yeah, I think it's still fine. They can attack, but I can just block, so. Right, doesn't. I know if flips this thing. Is that bad? That's gonna put counters on cats. I guess I can play a Saga. I'm gonna get a Bauble. That's Bauble. How much this thing cost? 2. I can cast this thing first. It's gonna cost 2 mana. Now I could Metallic Rebuke if they didn't do anything. So I think I'm gonna equip. And if I use Bauble, then I can't Metallic Rebuke. Is that worth it? I get to draw another card. I guess it can make me sack stuff. All right, there's a daze. That's land. Okay. If they minus a Johnny, um, hmm. I think I'm gonna get Painter. I mean, his Nihil Spellbombs are hot garbage here. So I could attack, or I can just Bauble them. I think I'm just gonna go for Bauble. Guess a Bauble. And I can do this again. Yeah, Force of Will. Okay. All right, so I think the way to do this thing now is to see if they use the last ability. I can keep Saga, Emry, and it's a land artifact, right? So Saga, Emry, land. So enchantment too? Yeah. This one for as much. Okay, so they have 3 cards in hand. I know they have a daze. All right, so I should have enough mana to play around daze, force their force. I'm gonna get a grindstone. I'm gonna play a petal. I can play ancient tomb. I think I wanna use this mana. Play the petal. All right, I can play painter. Like now they have to force, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna force their force. Did they push the day? So I don't know the last card in their hand. Okay, cool. All right. I think if they had ultimated a Johnny, I would have a hard time there, but all right, so I don't need Nihil Spellbomb. I think instead, let's bring Dismember. And Barrowgoyf looks really good against them too. Does it? Because I mean, they do have a. No, I think it's gonna bring the Dismembers. Pithing Needle, not bad against a Johnny. No, I think I'm just gonna keep it like this. I don't want to like over sideboard. This hand is not good. This is a lot better. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna put the force back. Oh, and I'm supposed to draw forcible. I don't really have any cards that need artifacts to trigger, and if they're playing something like what's the name of that card? Deafening Silence or something. Maybe it's better for me to play my spells if I have a chance to. Is it no rod? No. Johnny. Okay. Let me just kill this thing in response. I don't know if it matters if I do a response, but I'm doing it. Okay. We have a 2/1 cat. I forgot this deck's playing Tamiyo. Let's play Tamiyo here. That blocks the cat. And I think if they try to kill Tamiyo, I can just force reach the Metallic Rebuke. On the Reno. These Ocelot Pride decks they're impressive. Like they're so fast. I mean, this one hasn't had the like fast starts like known, but Ocelot Pride plus the creature that gives them lifelink and flying. It's quick. If they force back, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world because we do have Thoughtcast to quote unquote recoup the card disadvantage. Okay, have another force. And I'm gonna attack. No. I don't have another artifact in play. And how much does this thing cost? 3? I'm doing it. Okay, cool. And Tamiyo flips. She's gonna go up. No, play the Ancient Tomb. Unfortunately, the Ancient Tomb came down after I tapped Urza Saga, so I can't make a token, but I should be able to make next turn. Imp Raptor. All right, what are they gonna get? Also a Pride. Okay. Tamiyo lines up really well against their cards so far. Is it a Hydroblast? That would. All right, let me see if I draw a blue card. That's pretty good too. If I draw a land, I can maybe win this turn. So if I get Grindstone, play this thing, play this guy, everything is blue. Target them. Cool. All right. So that was round 1. Let's see how we're doing round 2. All right. So round 2. Yeah, I really like this hand. Looks pretty good. I mean, I don't have Force Wilma, but seems all right. Tropical Ponder. All right. This is, what could that be? This effect? I guess it could be like a show and tell deck too. But I think usually they prefer to fetch basic islands, right? But who knows? All right, so Bauble, Mox Opal. Can play Tamiyo. And I think I'm just gonna use Metallic Rebuke as a counter magic to protect Tamiyo, or if they're playing show and tell, then I could do that. All right, so we're gonna do this. Blue, blue, and then that down. The only downside here is if I don't get to use the baubles, like so. So Tamiyo is not flipping. They use a force will here. I like this exchange. It looks like they're gonna force. Oh, Quantum Riddler. Okay. Or Quantum Riddler. Is that what I said? Quantum. That creature. All right. All right. I guess I'm gonna play Grindstone. All right. Here's my combo. Have not seen excuse me, have not seen this art yet of the new basic lands. So I want to. I think it's fine to name blue because I also want to make my stuff blue. And I want to draw 2 cards here because if I draw a Force plus any card, then it's kind of magic. Oh, well, it's a very convenient. So you're gonna. I mean, I guess they brainstorm so they knew first card they're gonna draw. The Source of Polishers. No. Maybe Prismatic Ending. Oh, Ley Line Binding. All right, let's not let this happen. Or I'm gonna try not to let this happen. Brainstorm. Please don't find whatever you're looking for. Probably now everything is blue, right? So that's the downside. But I wouldn't be able to force pitching my Nihil Spellbomb if it wasn't for Painter. So all right. Okay. So what do I do here? I'm not really sure. What am I playing against? Looks a deck that Nihil Spellbomb also not gonna do much here. Maybe I just want extra Force of Negations, I guess. Like in this decks, I actually want like all the zeros, right? Because that's how you get to turn on the Thoughtcast and Metallic Rebuke. So something like maybe Barrowgoyf, but I guess Barrowgoyf is more like for like any deck that's playing lightning bolts and stuff, right? I don't think that's Lavaspur Boots. I like Boots. Yeah. Let's just roll with this. I think the extra Force of Negation just the way to deal with counter magic. Yeah, interesting build of Painter, and I think I'm getting used to look at deck lists like this. It feels like this is the preferred method of people of posting deck lists and stuff. And it used to bother me. It was kind of hard for me to see the cards, and I was always being like someone that like to see the art too. But it's also harder to see the numbers on the bottom. Maybe I'm just becoming like an old man in my eyes there. Yeah, this is too big. Yeah. Also, perfect time to remind you guys, if you like Legacy, if you like Pre-Modern, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave your comments below. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on this deck. Like I said, this is a deck list that I found from the Eco. I'm sorry, what was it called? I'm gonna mess up the name. The Eco Eternal. It was a deck. The tournament that was organized by Eco Baron and Andreas Peterson and Justin Janari. Justin, I'm actually level 1 vintage aficionado. Like, no, he piloted this deck to a top 8 in that event. It was like an event that had 51 players, I think. Sort of like a little eternal weekend online. Ponder, and you can jam the grindstones off of Underground Sea, I guess. Next turn I can just play Saga. I'll play Saga. Maybe I can just play Otawara. You know what? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play Otawara. Bauble. And I'm gonna play another Grindstone. I'm gonna take a look there. And the next turn I can play Stock Up. Maybe I shouldn't play the 2 Grindstones, because if they play Wrath of the Skies, this makes me more vulnerable to that line of play. So they've got 6 cards in hand. Oh, we got 2 painters now too. Okay, so maybe we can just try to find mana. Always like a play you can make, like, no, just try to jam 2 painters, and no, it makes it harder for them to have to answer both of them, but it does play into a card like Wrath of the Skies. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna get the 2 creatures here. They happen to be blue cards too, so there is some upside here. A brainstorm, okay. I was about to say, where's the Surveil land? All right, Ponderino. And if I draw a land next turn, then I could play Tamiyo or Emry. If it's a soul land, I could jam one of the painters, I guess. I mean, they do have 6 cards in hand, so it's a little not great to do that, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take it easy here then. This next turn I can get a Mox Opal, and then I can cast one of those 2. And Saga tokens, maybe they'll get there, but Leyline Binding. Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, I should still have Metalcraft next turn, right? So up the beanstalk. Yeah, I guess it's fine. I could also just get the boots and start attacking. Is that like play around Needle? They could consign to memory if they want, I guess. Yeah, I think here I'm just gonna attack first. See what happens. Yeah, they're gonna be playing around Force of Negation. I mean, yeah, Force of Negation. So they're gonna do stuff on my turn. So not a swords. I guess. Yeah, I'll take Tamiyo here. They force, but they lose a card. Okay, cool. All right. So my tokens are also like 4/4s. So they could threat lethal next turn, I guess, if I draw another artifact. Well, I mean, I can make an artifact here. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, so if I draw another 0 drop, maybe, then they would be 6/6 when I attack. So well, good thing I got the Force of Will out of their hand before they cast a second Beanstalk, right? Because then it would suck. Murktide. All right. So this thing costs 6 mana, but they don't have a red land in play. Okay. Let's see. If I draw a soul land, oh, all right. So they were, yeah, Source of Plowshares there. All right. So that was round 2. Yeah, let's see how this league goes. Take a quick break and we'll get to round 3. All right. So round 3. And this hand looks pretty good. Oh, was not expecting that. Did not expect Mox Opal after that either. I'm playing Echo. Ah, all right. This is like old school, like TS. Is this a turn 1? I think it is, right? Because they can guys will 1, 2, 3. Yeah, storms are at 6. Pretty good. And just flashback Besiege. And get tendrils. All right. I guess I'll wait for them to show me tendrils, but all right. That was a very good hand by my opponent. Let's see. So I don't think I want Aether Spellbomb. I think the boots are probably not great neither. I guess I can swap Metallic Rebuke for Force of Negation. Maybe I can Grindstone can be something else. I do like Emry. Maybe I do want Rebuke. Hydroblast is alright, but I don't think it's for this matchup. I think it's more for like mono red. Spellbomb. Yeah, I think this is better like this. All right. So I don't have Metal Craft on turn 1. Can't do anything yet. So this is not a keep. This is a little bit better. So I think I'm gonna Otawara. Yeah, sure. I guess I'll play Saga first. And I'll play a Petal. I'll say go. All right, my opponent has a much slower hand this time. So here's the thing. I can play Ancient Tomb to make a token. Or I can play a blue land to hardcast Force of Negation. I think I'm going to make a token because having Metal Craft, maybe I can just cast Thoughtcast next turn for cheaper. Dark Ritual. That'll be Siege. I feel like I'm gonna run into a. Well, actually, I'm gonna let them get the spell first. I think I'm gonna run into a Villa Summer, but yeah. The advantage here is if they don't have another spell to cast, then they just pass a turn. All right, so if I draw. If I draw a painter, I can win this turn. Drew the wrong half. I guess I'm gonna do this. I guess I can get a Bauble. Play this. Play this. Yeah, not looking very good. And I guess I'll Bauble them. Burning Wish. No, it's funny. I was thinking about playing bring Hydroblast, but I forgot about Song of Creation. Not that would have mattered. I wouldn't probably not have in my hand anyways, but I'm just gonna have 6 here, but something like a dress probably. Cabal Therapy. I don't know. They usually have like one discard spell on the sideboard. Pulverize. Okay. You gotta sacrifice 2 mountains though. They have 2 mountains now. Okay. Yeah, that resolves, I guess. Probably just scoop now. Like I played a bunch of song creation. I know when it gets to this point, it's like really hard for you to fizzle. Yeah, I'm just gonna. They probably got it. Doubt they're not gonna have their combo. All right, 2-1. Let's see if we can finish with a positive record. All right, so round 4. I had to think about it twice. I think this one is a keep. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this one. It's not amazing, but Thoughtseize on turn 1 off of Chromox. Took my Lotus Petal. Okay. Another Storm deck. Oof. Pretty. An Echo of Eons. Okay. And I wish they echoed me into a Force of Will. All right. I guess. As we see another Echo. There you go. Any Force of Will, it's a Force of Will. Um, can't really attack because they have some Saga tokens. These are going to be like 3, 4, 4s. 5, 5, 6. Oof, that's pretty big. Put another Echo in the graveyard. Okay. So if they make a token, do a lot better. Oh, they're gonna try to make 2 tokens. Okay, that is a good play. And they're gonna put the boots on one of them. Yeah, I guess it can. All right, I'm not gonna block 5. Okay, that's a very good draw. There are more tokens that I can deal with. I think it is right. They're all 8/8. Okay, I think I'm just can deal with the current. Well, they're not current. They're Urza tokens. I could block 2 and bounce 1 and still. So let's see. Yeah, I don't think I want these or the. I want these again. Maybe. Yeah, I think they're a better construct producing deck than me. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it like this. Hmm. Yeah, I think I can keep this one. Can I play out my whole hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means I can cast this. I get to see 3 cards. Is this better than playing Ancient Tomb? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use Bauble to cast. No. Yeah, I think that's better. Cast this. 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 And a petal. 1 blue. Hmm. All right. Thoughtseize. Okay. All right. And I guess we'll just pass. Oh, that was a whole lot of nothing. Let me see. So I need to draw exactly Painter. Now it feels kind of miserable that I don't have any artifacts. Oh, I wouldn't have it anyways, right? If I had played Seed of Synod, then I'm just gonna do this real quick here. Oh, I thought I clicked on a card. Took stock up. That's not enough, right? No, right? Because I don't have. I have to do it like this. Blue. What did they got coming up? LED. I have to have a legendary creature to get a discount. If I play another painter, does it make it harder for them to deal with them? Not sure. I'm just kind of doing their upkeep, I guess. I'm gonna make black mana for good luck. Okay. All right. I think this is. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think I just have to draw Counter magic, I guess. Nihil Spellbomb kind of makes sense to have in a deck, but I don't know how much I like it. Because usually when they try to go for Echo, like you don't get the priority usually. It's usually just like LED discard or activate LED and then cast it, right? So I never get the priority to try to exile Echo Veons before they get to do it. So yeah, I think I can keep this one. I think having counter magic is like half the battle here. I'll play a Tamiyo, Tomato. Realize that they mulligan this game, right? Yes. And they mulligan to 6. Oh, they're doing something. Orcish Bowmasters. Yeah, that's fine. It's not fine, but it's okay. Okay. Bauble. I guess I can just play this thing. Play this thing. And then blue. And I'll swing for 1. I mean, for 0. It is. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I want to make this thing bigger. All right, so Dark Ritual. This is a Besiege. Oh, LED. No, Besiege. Yeah, you can grab the first one, I guess. Gaia's Will. Yeah, that's resolve. Oh wow, I won the match. All right. Okay, that was a good next draw, but yeah. All right, pretty happy to be able to squeak by that one. All right, so 3-1. Let's see if we can finish with a 4-1. Also, again, if you like Legacy, if you like Premodern, it's a good time to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Leave your comments below. I would love to hear y'all's opinion on this deck. And yeah, we'll see how round 5 goes. All right, so 5th and final round of the league. This hand looks good. We've got Force of Will, Grindstone, and ways to draw cards, and I think that's kind of like all I wanted. I'm gonna put them all into 6. The Ancient Tomb, that looks pretty different. Wow, that's a lot of Ancient Tombs on my side of the board too. think I'm just gonna play my Grindstone then. I know they might have a Chalice of the Void coming down, so let me see what they're playing. Let's see the traders. Doesn't really tell me much. Could be literally anything. Another Force Will. All right, so okay, so it's mono red. All right, cool. If it's a moon effect, I think. Oh, this one is. The card's really good. I think I need to force it. Like Chalice doesn't do much anymore. His Grindstone's already in play. Moon effects are annoying, but they're not the worst for me. So I think that's makes sense to force the card that gets them ahead. All right, so I got Painter and let's get a Bauble, I guess. I'll play this. Maybe I should have played two Painters. I mean, not. Okay, this could be a little awkward because if they have Chalice of the Void, they can just Chalice me on two and then. But I also don't want to like expose Painter to Goblin Bombardier or Fury. I think I should have probably just got a second Painter. Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. It's gonna be the One Ring. Okay, the One Ring is fine. Oof, I thought it was gonna be Chalice on two, and then I was gonna be very, very sad. All right, so play this. All right, Mox Opal. Play this, and I just name blue. And I'll pass to your opponent. And on your upkeep, I will try to activate my Grindstone. And they're going to let it resolve. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be surprised for any of the cards in their deck, but I'm surprised that it resolved. I like their... I don't know, they probably did it for fun. All right, so Saga and Lantern, Unless It's Hers, Fable, Shatter Skull, Chalice of the Void. Oh, how many Chalice are they playing? Is that not the full set? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, so mono red. Again, I don't think we need Nihil Spellbombs. And there's Spellbomb, whatever. Not great. I think Lavaspurs are probably not great. I think I want this card, of course. So Barrowgoyf is also very good against them, and Tamiyo, it's not great. Kind of just want like switching to a deck that doesn't care so much about Chalice. I think the 2 Force Negations fine. I don't think I need to bring the full set, but it's no Tamiyo is like not really when you want to be at against this deck. And Dismember has some value, right? It can kill bombardiers, and depending on the situation, I might want to kill a Magus of the Moon. So this is probably okay. Oh, that's pretty sweet. This thing costs what? 2? So I think the way you do this is this and this. Okay, then this. One ring and then this. All right. And I kind of just hope to draw a soul land. A blue card will be okay too. Painters. Painters fine too. Then what I can do. Maybe I should have played a Saga last turn. Okay, so definitely Saga. And I can play Painter, and then if I need to, I can just discard one of the lands as for Force of Will fodder. And I don't think I'm even gonna bother making tokens against them. Barrowgoyf's at 3/4 currently. When this dies, land and enchantment, so it'll be a 4/5. Is that correct? Yes. There are no instants there. I mean, they could have Pithing Needle. Could be annoying. They have a needle, then yeah, okay. So the only way I can deal with that is by playing another painter, naming red, and then drawing Hydroblast and killing it. Okay. Chalice on 0. Yeah. That seems alright. It would have sucked if they did that on turn 1, because my whole hand was like 0 drops, really. Alright, so if they don't play anything here, yeah, I think I have to ignore making tokens and just play a Barrowgoyf. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna play this guy. He should be the biggest creature on the board. Now I kind of regret not having Lavaspur Boots. Okay, so, Broadside Bombardier. I don't think I can let this solve. Let's get rid of this Underground Sea. Six, 7-0. Yeah, not having the Lavaspur Boots, it's gonna come back and bite me. My token's not that big, right? I'm at 3/3. Well, I do have Otawara, so maybe just get Grindstone anyways. And what's with this guy? You want to block? They're not gonna block. I'm gonna say yes. Get another Barrowgoyf, I guess. That was my Hydroblast. I was really hoping to find a Emry. They're also taking a lot of damage just from their land there. Alright, Fable the Mirror Breaker. Okay, it'd be really nice if I can find a Hydroblast off of this stock up. That's pretty good. I think I'm gonna attack, force them, see if I can make them make a mistake, I guess. Just like that. Ah, okay. All right, so black. I am going to kill this guy. Because I'm gonna gain all the life back, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, and not a Barrowgoyf. Cool. All right, so 4-1. So only lost to TS. And this whole thing with Barrowgoyf is like I remember playing Temple Doomsday last year before Frog got banned, and that was like one of the plans was like to dark ritual out like a Barrowgoyf on turn 1 versus mono red. So we just kind of like forget about the rest of the game. It was like Frog and Barrowgoyf, right? So I thought maybe it would work here too. This deck has a good amount of fast mana. Yeah, so like I mean, I played against more combo this time than Blue Black Reanimator, like, which has been more of my experience in leagues. But I mean, this deck has the Nihil Spellbombs in the main deck, and then you've got 2 more copies of Tormod's Crypt. So I don't know, maybe it's fine. And I do like the Barrowgoyf plan against the more fair decks. Like if you get paired against like Corey Steelcutter style of Delver Tempo, it's probably good against the Blue Black Tempo too. So yeah, that seemed pretty cool. It's a painter deck with counter magic, so it's good. I think like anytime a combo deck can play Force of Will, it gets better. That's why I like to play Doomsday for such a long time. It was like playing Storm, but like you had counter magic, so you could also interact with your opponent's combo too, right? As far as like losing to TS there, I guess it can happen, right? Like I've got counter magic, opponent played well, they had the Veil of Summer in that one game, so yeah, I think this. I mean, the other thing is Thoughtcast is a little awkward when you're playing against Orcish Bowmasters, but we're playing Force of Wills and Force Negations, so there's always something you can use Thoughtcast, right? It's the old thing with Legacy, right? If it's a blue card, you can always pitch the Force of Will. I think if I was gonna play the deck again, the 75 seems pretty good. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you like Legacy, if you like Pre-Modern, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I would love to hear y'all's opinion on this deck. Again, I did get this deck from the Echo Eternal event. That was like an online event that was organized by Andreas Ikobaronen. You can look him up on I think he's on Blue Sky too, but I think he posts all this information on Twitter. So give him a follow. He's offered coaching sessions, and he's always posting like Legacy and Vintage content. I'm not sure about other formats, but I know he's always posting Legacy and Vintage content, like videos, and he's got a Patreon, and he also organizes events. And actually, as a matter of fact, Mike, one of the co-hosts of from the podcast that we recorded with Jared, Mike finished in the top 8 of this event, and Jared actually finished in the 23rd playing Goblins. Mike was on Blue Black Reanimator, and so I saw this list that was from Justin Gennari. I'm actually level 1. List looked really sweet, and I was like, let's give it a try. And yeah, I had a lot of fun recording this video, and I'll see you guys next time. And again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, follow me on Blue Sky, check out Legacy Small Talk podcast, and I'll see you guys later.